Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Now Elliott.
There we go. Touchdown, Zeke. I've been having some issues with the tapping out of the game, trying to record it. So I got a bunch of losses in a row. Last game I played, I was up 7. The game keeps crashing like when I'm tapping out. So want to win this one.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. first carry here for Nwangu. And he'll be forced to dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jabril Cox there on the tackle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give is Nwangu. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cousins on first down. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now it's 2nd and 9. To throw, Cousins. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Sea of defenders had intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take off.
Oh, I thought that was on me. That's nice. He did that play earlier, and I had Jabril Cox on a zone on that side of the field, and the ball went right over his head. So he threw it early, but jumped up and picked it. So. He killed so much time, too. I did get the ball first, though.
He seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper.
It almost seemed like he wanted me to score. I don't know.
And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it. That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
I'm not even sure who they're playing at quarterback.
And it'll be second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, he'll get this to Nwangu. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets
Great clock management.
the 35-yard line.
Got a timeout, 20 seconds to go.
Their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move.
I don't know what was
1st and
happening.
10. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense
still going to run
to get this next drive underway.
Stupid.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
So dumb.
Way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Went through almost half the 3rd quarter, and he just hadn't even got to the 50-yard line.
Make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 27-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the run is Nwangu. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Less than 2 minutes left now.
Lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was
so
there
dumb.
and just ran him down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all.
They definitely lost yards on that.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
I think they're passing.
Throwing his Cousins.
It's amazing how you can run the ball like 13 times in a row and still not set up a pass.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away
Go
from
right to 2 defenders.
He's able to knock that one away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen.
They might actually run here.
They're going for it on 4th. Cousins now.
Screen, okay.
It's
frustrating, isn't it?
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Brought down by DJ Wanham. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Quarter run out.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
I wonder if they'll still run the ball. Maybe just a couple of times. Maybe they'll bring Mon back in and run with him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They're in high form.
Now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
At least put, if you're trying to burn the clock, put 2 clock on. Giving over, just quit if you're.
As you move on to the next one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Able to push his way through.
That's a great play for me. That was like 40 seconds just came off the clock. Even despite the first down, if they did that, like 3 run plays or whatever, 2 run plays, they get a first down, the whole way down the field, the game will be over before they scored. Look at that. Stopped up quick there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Nwangu. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
It's so weird because they like call timeouts at the end of the quarter.
They lost 2 and it brings up 4th. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Here's Mon. They're going for it. They'll roll him out right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's hilarious.
Picked off by Micah Parsons, and they take possession 2 yards away.
I pressed the send the spy at him too hard, and it made my guy hit stick, and then he still threw a pick to that guy stuck in the hit stick animation. Good play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards
close enough.
2nd and 12.
Actually considered a good play. I didn't take any precautions like I'm going to on this one. It won't happen again.
Again, it's Elliott.
Trip.
The second
that should be
play,
game.
not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Good game.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do
Mike
they call
McCarthy
that?
and Mike Zim.
Team effort. I think when it's time to hand out game balls,
Like I used to be in the
guys on
industry.
both sides will end up getting one.
Really? What are you doing now? Watching the Cowboys. Back in. Cooper Rush, I think.